Rainwater goods play a crucial role by directing the water away from the roof and the building. It's therefore really important to make sure that they remain in good working order to prevent the rainwater from being redirected into the building and causing problems with damp. A visual inspection from the perimeter of the building will help provide a good overview of the condition and identify any areas of potential concern. This is best done while it's raining or immediately afterwards, as the building will show you where the problems are. Start your inspection at the highest point and follow the route of the water down into the gutters, down the downpipes and into the drains at the base of the wall. By repeating this for each roof slope, you can check that the rainwater goods are doing their job. Moving around the building, have a closer look and make sure the routes are clear. Make a note of any signs of damage or deterioration, such as leaks, cracks or sections which may be missing or out of alignment, or anything that is stopping the water from draining away. Binoculars can also be really useful for checking high level areas. It's also worth checking to make sure that the rainwater goods can cope even when they are running freely. If not, including overflow chutes to the hopper heads can help, and you might also need to consider deeper gutters or larger downpipes, although this is something that's best discussed with your inspecting architect or surveyor. Blockages at any stage can also lead to water tracking back into the building, so it's important to look out for signs where water may not be moving freely away from the building. As well as leaves, twigs or vegetation, look out for slip slates or bits of mortar in the gutters. Also check hoppers at the head of the downpipes and also the outlets at the base of the downpipes. Again, inspecting during or after heavy rain can make it easier to spot any areas where water may be overflowing or leaking. In particular, check at points where the gutters are jointed or behind the downpipes. If you are inspecting on a dry day, have a look for staining or algae on the walls immediately below the gutters or behind the downpipes, as these can also be signs of leaking or blocked rainwater goods. Don't forget to check and make sure that the gullies at the base of the downpipes are also clear. Remove any debris and leaves as regularly as you can, particularly over the autumn and winter. Some gullies may have a slate or mesh cover to prevent debris from being blown in, but check below this, as debris can also be washed down the downpipes from above. If you have drainage channels around the base of your building, also check for cracks and to make sure that they are running freely. It's also important to check the drains both from the roof rainwater and also the foul drains from the toilet if you have one. Make sure these are running freely, as they can also be blocked or damaged by tree roots and other debris. If you can, undertake a simple test by pouring water down the gully or drain and checking to see if it runs away. Alternatively, you can commission a CCTV survey and have the drains rodded to clear any blockages. It is important, though, to remember the archaeological sensitivity of the ground around churches when planning any work to below ground drainage. At least twice a year, usually in the autumn and the late spring, you should clear the gutters, valleys, downpipes, gullies and any drainage channels to remove any debris such as leaves, small branches or other debris that may have built up over the autumn and winter. Care also needs to be taken to wear appropriate protective equipment, as it can be more than just leaf debris that blocks rainwater goods. Thick protective gloves or gauntlets are ideal, and ladles can be very useful when clearing out gullies. If you have any doubts as to whether you can carry out a task safely, don't do it and employ a reputable tradesperson or professional instead. It's also important to keep on top of redecoration of the rainwater goods, as over time the coating applied to protect the metal gutters and downpipes will weather away, exposing the metal, which can then lead to rusting, corrosion and leaks. Check for peeling or flaking paintwork or signs of rusting, and again pay particular attention to the joints in the gutters and behind the downpipes. A small mirror can be useful for this, and ideally the downpipe should be kept away from the wall to allow decoration behind. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by the SPAB in collaboration with the National Churches Trust and Historic England. We hope that you have found it useful, and make sure to look out for other videos in the series for more tips and information on how to maintain your place of worship.